The idea that youthfulness is the ultimate goal and that aging should be concealed or avoided is something that we need to move away from. The term anti-aging can contribute to ageism as well, where younger generations start to look at older people as something less, and we don't want to be perpetuating those stereotypes at all. Welcome to the Holistic Skin Guru, where what's on the surface is just as important as what's underneath. I'm your host, Amina. Let's dive deep into the world of holistic skincare. Hi guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Holistic Skin Guru. Today we're going to be talking about pro-age versus anti-aging and embracing the language around positive aging. So the language that we hear consistently on social media has a huge impact on the way we think about aging and the way we respond to the messages around aging. So I'm trying to be part of that movement that talks about pro-age instead of anti-aging, which is a more positive and empowering approach towards our natural process of aging. Now, the language or the linguistic transformation is crucial in challenging age-related stigmas and fostering an inclusive and encouraging healthy perspective on various stages of life. So as we go through our 40s, our 50s, our 60s, we start hearing that word anti-aging a lot more than usual, and it starts to impact on us quite considerably. So start thinking about the language that you're using and how that's impacting on how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. You know, pro-age is emphasizing the embracing of the aging process on a positive and enriching experience. It's focusing on promoting wellness and self-acceptance and celebrating your life and the ever-evolving journey of life as such. So, you know, they've done some research and some studies, and they did one that was published in the Journal of Aging Studies in 2018, and they found that adopting a pro-age attitude is associated with better psychological well-being and life satisfaction among older adults. So that's quite significant and something that we just cannot ignore. You know, anti-aging connotations are traditionally quite negative and imply a resistance or reversal of the aging process where we're trying to stay young. We're not embracing who we are at the time that we are in. So this term is often associated, aging, with negativity. It suggests that aging is something that we should fight against or conceal ourselves against. So, you know, that can be quite negative to the way we look at ourselves and can impact us in our daily lives. The term anti-aging as such can contribute to ageism as well, where younger generations start to look at older people as something less or lesser, and we don't want to be perpetuating those stereotypes at all. So the idea that youthfulness is the ultimate goal and that aging should be concealed or avoided is something that we need to move away from. I mean, it's 2024, guys. Let's get with it, right? Language has a role in shaping our perceptions, and another study that was done by the Journal of Gerontology in 2018 emphasized that the language used to describe aging can actually influence the social attitudes around our communities. So positive language contributes to a more favorable perception of aging. And the negative language, it just reinforces that age-related stereotypes. So let's start thinking about the language that we're using. You know, are we embracing who we are at every age and talking pro-age, or are we trying to be a younger us by talking anti-aging and trying to conceal our smile lines or anything that we may be presenting that may be considered as aging? So there is an impact on society overall on the language around aging, and the World Health Organization advocates for positive aging, emphasizing the need to challenge ageism and to promote the idea that older individuals continue to contribute to our society in various meaningful ways. So I think this comes back to the way Western society is set up, is that we are set up in such a way that we start off our lives in our schooling and through to university, and then we start our careers off And then we flow through life and go through our careers and through our lives where we end up having children, and our children grow up and they get married and move on or move out of the house and things like that. And these things impact on our life, and we start to think that we're getting older because of everything that's going on around us, and we start thinking that we need to fit ourselves into some kind of a box depending on what age we're in. So if we can start thinking about our age as just a number, and we are still the same people we were at 20, at age 30, at age 60, we're still the same person. Our bodies may not function or operate the way it did when we were 20, but we're still the same person with the same loves, the same interests, and the same personalities. So we need to work through life understanding that although these changes are happening, there's beauty in this change. There are studies that have been done that indicate that people that adopt a pro-age attitude end up with better mental health outcomes, including increased resilience and reduction in anxiety about aging. So people who are thinking about empowering themselves around their age, who are not bothered by a number each year when their birthday runs around, those are the people that are less anxious, and they're a lot more happier in their daily lives. Something to take home with, and we can really adopt that into our own lives. So the next time you look in the mirror, I want you to look at that person, look at that reflection and think, who am I? Who's this person looking back at me? And what did I start my life out as wanting to be? Did I want to be stressed out about a few lines, or did I want to live my life to the fullest? So really look back, think about how you want to live your life in a positive manner and try to work towards that instead of focusing on photographing impressions that are giving you some negative feedback about yourself. So overall, if we start adopting positive language around aging and we start talking about pro-age instead of anti-aging, we can actually move through our life embracing the beauty and the richness of aging. And this is crucial in transforming these age-related stereotypes, because if every single one of us did this, we would not be looking at a person with grey hair as someone who's fragile or who's someone who cannot do certain things. We would be actually promoting a society where individuals, regardless of their age, are able to be valued and celebrated for their unique contributions and experiences that they've lived. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below. If you'd like to come into Salon and have a treatment with us and receive a 10% discount, just remember, when you book online, just leave the comment podcast and we'll know that you've come through the podcast, and you'll automatically receive 10% on your next treatment with us. We'd love to see you in Salon.